Who is the world's first female serial killer? Today, we're taking a look at the life of Aileen Wuornos. Virtually every other famous serial killer is a man. Aileen shocked the world when she confessed to the murders of 7 men. Wuornos was a street prostitute, and all of her victims were men who picked her up on the side of the road. Aileen's father was a schizophrenic who was incarcerated when she was born, committed suicide while in jail. Her mother was only 16 at the time of her birth, and later abandoned Aileen and her brother Keith, forcing them to live with her grandparents, who were both abusive alcoholics. From then on, Aileen was involved in a life of crime and was arrested several times for crimes like assault and car theft. So, she eventually moved down to Florida so she could live on the beach while hooking. At 86, Aileen met Tia Moore at a bar in Miami called Zodiac. Moore would become her partner in crime during her...
God damn, so you mean to tell me she went and picked this girl up to help her be her partner in crime? Now, we've seen what these accomplices, what they turn out to be like. They'd be the ones that end up snitching and shit, you know what I'm saying? And they got every right to, because what they doing is very wrong. But we already know how it be when you find you a friend to do your bullshit with, how it go. But we gonna see how they little situation played out, and we gonna continue this video.
Murder spree years later. Aileen's murder spree would begin on November 30th, 1989. With the killing of Richard Charles Mallory, the owner of an electronics store in Clearwater. Mallory was discovered in a wooded area, having been shot twice in the left lung. Wuornos later claimed she killed Mallory in self-defense after he beat and raped her. An investigation did reveal that Mallory did have a previous conviction for attempted rape. However, Aileen didn't stop there. She would go on to kill 6 more victims within a span of 12 months. All were men between the ages of 40 and 65. Aileen would often lure them to a wooded area off of I-75, where she would shoot them with a .22 caliber pistol and leave their bodies to be discovered by authorities. Police were tipped off about Aileen and Tia Moore's whereabouts after they fled the scene of an accident in a car belonging to Peter Symes, a merchant seaman who had been reported missing. Peter was believed to be one of Aileen's victims after her fingerprints were discovered in his home. Police quickly matched her fingerprints to those found in the police database and issued a warrant for her arrest. Authorities finally caught up with her at the Lake Resort Biker Bar in Volusia County, Florida, and found Moore the following day in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Moore quickly agreed to testify against Aileen in exchange for immunity from prosecution. Aileen eventually confessed to the murders, but claimed that all the men had tried to rape her and she'd only killed them in self-defense. In 1992, she stood trial for the murder of Charles Mallory and was sentenced to death after psychologists took the stand and testified that she was unable and suffered from antisocial and borderline personality disorder. After that, she pled no contest to the murders of 5 other victims, claiming that she was trying to get right with God. She later admitted that while Mallory had assaulted her as she had stated, the others had not. As punishment, she received a death sentence for each victim, except Peter Symes, whose body was never found. Aileen died by lethal injection in 2002 after spending 12 years on death row. The Aileen Wuornos story is one of the most shocking crime sprees in American history. While there have been rumors of other female serial killers, none have been confirmed. Eda Renzi was a Romanian woman who claimed to have killed 35 men with arsenic in the 1920s, even though she confessed and was sentenced to death. The Guinness Book of World Records later found no authoritative evidence that she killed any of her victims. So, that makes Aileen Wuornos the only proven female serial killer in history. Her story is as shocking as it is tragic. And in the end, she was willing to accept execution for all the horrible things she had done.
And what I tell y'all, most of the motherfuckers, her right there, most of them snitch. And she went and did she went and caught somebody that helped her with her motherfucking dirty work. And now she said, you know what, I'm gonna tell y'all everything if y'all cut me a deal. And now she like, yeah, I'm out to squeal. So yeah. She told everything. She let him know everything. She was out there talking more than the goddamn morning bird or birds in the morning when they chirping. She was talking more than fucking who you can think of that talk a lot. I can't think of a lot of people, but I know a lot of people that talk a lot. And I can't believe that she right there is what she doing, y'all? What she doing right there? Testifying.
A boyfriend is being called a hero after saving his girlfriend from this. On Tuesday, a fuel tanker crashed and burst into flames. This couple was in an Uber right behind it. The boyfriend's a firefighter and was able to break a window to escape, but his girlfriend was stuck inside.
No time to think. He just knew she couldn't get out, and he had to do whatever he needed to do to help her.
So he ran back and pulled her out of the burning car.
He just went into complete, amazing, heroic mode.
Now, both are recovering in the hospital with severe burns. 3 other people were hurt, but remarkably, no one was killed.